It's your top story this Thursday morning. Former President Jacob Zuma has been granted compassionate leave to attend the funeral of his younger brother Michael in Nkandla today.
That's right. The former head of state, who's serving a 15-month prison sentence, will now be allowed to bury his brother, who died a week ago after a long illness. Our reporter Malungelo Boy is just outside the Estcourt Correctional Services Center and joins us now live. And Malu, it is news just in. In what ways, if any, is this translating on the ground?
Hi there, Ayanda. You're right. What you're seeing behind us is the Estcourt Correctional Services. That's where former President Jacob Zuma has spent about 2 weeks of his 15-month sentence, which was imposed by the Constitutional Court. That's after he failed to comply with that court order that compelled him really to appear before the Zondo Commission of Inquiry. We drove near the precinct of the Correctional Services facility, and I'll tell you this, the area has been cordoned off, and we were told by Correctional Services officials that we really are not allowed to be there. So that's why we've moved a few meters away from the facility itself. As rightfully pointed out, former President Jacob Zuma has now been granted that compassionate leave which he applied for recently and following the death of his younger brother Michael. Well, this is in line with the Correctional Services Act, which allows an inmate who has a bereavement to apply for this leave. But there are some issues that have to be taken into consideration by officials before they grant this leave. One of those is the imprisonment sentence, but also it's whether the inmate, him or herself, is a high or a low risk. Now, we know that the former president, that's according to the statement that's been issued by the Correctional Services, that he is indeed low risk. Ayanda.
So Malu, hi, morning, it's Michelle. What do you understand, Malu, about the length of time he'll be allowed this compassionate leave for the funeral?
Well, Michelle, it's really not clear, but when one applies really for compassionate leave, they also indicate really how long they would need this compassionate leave for. It could be a day, it could be about 5 hours. It's really not clear as yet, but also the statement by the Correctional Services Department is not clear as to really how long, but what they're saying is that they have today, on the 22nd of July, granted the former President Jacob Zuma that compassionate leave to be able to go and bury his younger brother. And we also, the indication also, Michelle, is that when he's out there, actually, he will be allowed to be dressed in civilian clothes. Michelle?
All right, Malungelo Boy, thanks very much indeed for helping us put that into perspective. Malu, live to us there from just outside the Estcourt Correctional Center. That's where, of course, former President Jacob Zuma is spending his 15-month prison term. We're not quite sure as we speak whether he's actually even left that facility. The news that we are communicating to you, coming to us just a few moments ago, that he has now been granted that compassionate leave.
Yeah, chilly morning there at the Estcourt Correctional
It looks very cold indeed.